Zamojobi just knows how to do it. Oh, we're celebrating all things women on the show. And you know, when the music's like that, Katlego's eyes, it does this. He loves music. He loves music so much. Welcome, Zola.
Hello.
I'm already stirring. Huh?
I can see. I love cooking with you because you go straight to work.
You have taught me how to do this, and I'm getting really good at this. So I see Naartjies, and I see what looks like an upside-down cake. What are we making?
Well, that's exactly what we're making. A Naartjie upside-down cake. How did you guess? Okay, so you're creaming the butter there. So I'm going to add a bit of brown sugar. This is some muscovado sugar, or you could use demerara sugar.
Right.
So a nice soft brown sugar. While you get that creaming, I'm going to whisk together some eggs, or beat together some eggs. And then our ingredient that we're cooking with throughout the day is amasi. I don't know if you're a fan or you drink it at home.
I have had it. I don't have it at home all the time, but I have had it before.
But it is one of my favoritist thing from childhood. I drink amasi just as is because I've really enjoyed the flavor. But basically, you can substitute wherever you can use buttermilk. You can use amasi.
Okay.
So in savory and in sweet dishes, it's
or
fantastic.
on krummelpap. Do you know krummelpap?
I have it, or
Yes.
putu we call it.
That's it.
Delicious. Actually, when I was younger, my maid or nanny used to actually not make putu and just break out brown bread and put amasi in it.
Oh wow! And it was divine.
Divine. Okay, so wet ingredients. I'm gonna put some Naartjie peel into there.
There we go.
And then into here, I'll put some Naartjie juice. So into our Sasko cake flour, I'm going to mix in some baking powder and then a bit of bicarb. And this has already been sifted in here, so I'm just going to mix it up. And then basically to assemble, you're going to mix in a bit of wet. So I'm going to go with a bit of wet.
Give me some a little
and then
bit
I'm
of
going
wet.
to do, oopsie, careful.
Here we go. I'm wearing
and then
an
a
apron.
bit of Sasko flour and our dry ingredients. And you just keep mixing.
Okay,
so
I'm
in
keeping
here,
to mix. Okay.
for our upside down bit, what I've done is I've boiled some Naartjies, sliced them up and boiled them. It's just to take the rawness out of the zest.
They look sweet. Have you added
They
anything?
are. They've got some sugar and butter in there too.
Okay.
So just melt the sugar and the butter together, lay the Naartjies, and then pour that on top.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Great. More wet.
I'm going to pour the
I'm
rest.
going to stir it a little bit slower this
A bit
time.
slower, yeah, so you don't splash all over yourself. But this is as easy as it is. So it's one of those cakes that's like very impressive because it looks great on the table. But as you can see, it's very
really
easy to make.
And
And anything that has amasi in it is a winner for me. Because that is an ingredient that is like native to us, South Africa, and it's delicious.
now listen, the discussion went around yesterday, what is the Afrikaans, or English word rather, for Naartjie?
Okay.
And everyone was like, no, it's still a Naartjie. I say it was still a Naartjie. What
It
do
is
you
still
say?
a Naartjie. I mean, here in South Africa, we call it a Naartjie. If you were to go overseas and you said Naartjie, they'd be like, what are you talking about? That doesn't exist. They call it a clementine, which we also get here. It's another form of a Naartjie. And also a tangerine, it's also called.
Okay.
Yes.
But in South Africa, we recognize
it as a Naartjie.
in English. Now, of course, you can create this at home as well. And our keyword for today is Sasko. Sasko to 33728 to recreate this beautiful, amazing batter, and also eventually the upside-down cake that Zola is making.
Yes.
So the word Sasko to 33728. Of course, you stand in line to win a Guzini espresso set as well. And you can have it with your beautiful upside-down cake if you do win it, courtesy of Entrepot, and it's valued at 800 Rand. So make sure you SMS that keyword Sasko. But look at that, you've already done it.
So you bake it 180 degrees until the sponge is spongy, obviously, feel it to the touch, or you can put a toothpick in. The toothpick comes out clean, you're good to go.
Okay.
Should we cut a slice?
Yeah, why not? So in the oven, just like that, you turn it upside down, obviously, because now
Exactly,
it's
you
done.
invert it to turn it out so that the Naartjies end up on top, like we have here.
It's quite wet when I touch it. I mean,
It is, that's the syrup. That's the syrup in the Naartjies.
so you shouldn't think that your cake didn't come out as successfully
No,
as...
like I said, use a skewer test and that'll keep you safe.
Dollop of cream. Zola, what are you doing to me today?
You know, what's a Naartjie cake without some cream?
Or some of our beautiful espresso set that you can win. Of course, that keyword again is Sasko to 33728 to stand in line to win that Guzini espresso set, courtesy of Entrepot, and then also to get a link to the recipe. Which is what I'm going to try right now.
Try it out and tell me what you think.
While I try all of this, keyword Sasko, while I try this again, we're going on holiday. I think we are. What's happening on the other side, Leigh-anne?
Another delicious recipe brought to you by Sasko flour. Always soft and fluffy.